Our planet can sometimes look like a dream. It can paint a picture that feels impossible. The light is soft and clear. The land stretches out, crafted from glass, crafted from stone, crafted from light. In these moments, you cannot help but feel small, humbled. You feel an overwhelming sense of luck to simply be here, to witness it all. This is a journey to those corners of the earth that seem to defy reality. These are the places that might spring from the mind of a painter or the pages of a fantasy film. They are not imagined. They are not illusions. They are real, waiting quietly on our shared home. We begin with a simple thought, a question of what lies beyond our everyday view. We seek out the strange, we seek out the beautiful, we seek out the utterly unexpected. We begin our journey deep underground. We are in a world without sun, a place of profound darkness and silence. But here, the darkness is not empty. You step into a small boat and drift into the cavern. Your eyes adjust, and then you see it. The ceiling above is alive with a constellation of tiny, blue-green lights. Thousands upon thousands of them. They shine like a galaxy of stars trapped beneath the earth. You hold your breath. Your small light meets their soft, otherworldly glow. It is a silent, magical communion. These are not stars. The incredible glow comes from a tiny living creature, the larva of a fungus gnat, Arachnocampa luminosa. This species is unique to New Zealand, and it has turned these dark, damp caves into a breathtaking spectacle. Each larva builds a small nest of silk and then lowers several sticky threads, like a fisherman casting his lines. Our next stop takes us from the darkness into the light, to a body of water so clear it seems almost unreal. We are in New Zealand's Nelson Lakes National Park, looking down into Rotomare Whenua, the Blue Lake. You stand at its edge and see straight to the bottom, which lies nearly 80 meters below. Every rock, every fallen branch. The water itself has a stunning violet-blue hue, a color that seems to emanate from within. The air is cold and smells of damp earth and clean stone. This extraordinary clarity is not magic. It is the result of a unique natural filtration system. The lake is fed by water from the nearby Lake Constance, but this water must first pass through a massive natural dam of landslide debris. This debris acts as an incredibly effective filter, removing nearly all the particles that would typically make lake water cloudy. Scientists have measured the visibility of the water and found it to be up to 80 meters, which is almost as clear as distilled water. It is considered the clearest natural body of fresh water in the world. The local Maori hold the lake as sacred. No one enters the water. You can only look. It is a treasure to be seen, not touched. Now we travel to a landscape that seems to have been plucked from a science fiction film. We are in China's Hunan province, standing amidst the towering sandstone pillars of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. More than 3,000 of these quartzite sandstone spires, some reaching over 200 meters into the sky. They do not look like ordinary mountains. Slender, sharp, otherworldly, like the teeth of some colossal, sleeping giant. Fog often drifts through the valleys, clinging to the pillars like a soft blanket. They appear to float in the clouds. These surreal shapes were not carved by magic, but by the patient and powerful forces of nature over millions of years. This area was once an ancient ocean floor. Sandstone was deposited, then pushed upwards by tectonic activity. Over eons, ice, wind, and water exploited the rock's vertical lines. As water froze and expanded, it slowly broke the stone apart. Vegetation helps hold the pillars together, a vertical labyrinth of stone. This forest inspired the floating Hallelujah Mountains in Avatar. It is easy to see why. Walk the high-altitude paths and glass bridges. Hikers become tiny, colorful dots, dwarfed by the columns. The experience is one of verticality. Your gaze always drawn skyward, amid pine and damp earth, grandeur and precarity. From the wild vertical world of stone pillars, we journey to a place where human life and nature have merged in perfect harmony. We arrive in Hallstatt, a tiny village pressed between the Dachstein Alps and a glassy lake. Classic postcard view of the village with the church spire and dramatic mountains. The houses cling to the mountainside, clustered together as if for warmth. Bright flowers spill from window boxes, and narrow cobblestone paths curve like ribbons between 16th century buildings. A swan glides silently across the water, its reflection a perfect mirror image. This is one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited settlements. Its story begins over 7,000 years ago with salt. The mountains here are rich with salt deposits, a commodity once called white gold. Until the late 19th century, you arrived by boat or by a difficult mountain trail. The village feels like a storybook come to life. A single spire rises, its bell marking the slow passage of time. Houses of local wood and stone, their colors blending with the mountain. People here live with the land, not against it. A drone could glide low over the lake, then rise to reveal the village pressed against the mountain. Soft subtitles share a brief local legend, adding folklore to the visual poetry. It's really quite something. Our final journey takes us to a hidden world, a place of wonder concealed just beneath the surface of the earth. We are on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, standing at the edge of a large, circular opening in the ground. This is Cenote Iquil. Long, green vines cascade down from the opening like a verdant waterfall, reaching almost to the water below. The sun shines down through the hole, illuminating a deep, perfectly round pool of brilliant turquoise water. The air is cool and humid, filled with the sound of dripping water, the scent of damp soil, the scent of vegetation. Cenotes are natural pits or sinkholes, resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes the groundwater underneath. The Yucatan is famous for thousands of these formations. Iquil is breathtaking for its size, its depth, and the curtain of life that hangs around its edges. To the ancient Maya, cenotes were sacred portals to the underworld, a place of communication with the gods. Each of these unreal places, as magical as they appear, is governed by the steady, patient laws of science. The glowing cave is not lit by fairies, but by the slow, chemical fire of bioluminescence, a strategy for survival. The tiny glowworms, Arachnocampa luminosa, create light through a molecule called luciferin and an enzyme, luciferase, to lure their insect prey in total darkness. The patterns, like constellations, are many individuals seeking their next meal, beauty as byproduct. The impossibly clear water of the Blue Lake speaks of geology and hydrology. Its clarity comes from a natural filter of ancient landslide debris, which strips almost all suspended particles. Extremely pure water absorbs reddish light and reflects blue-violet tones. The lake is a living laboratory, clean rivers and long, cold winters. Zhangjiaji's surreal mountains are monuments to time and erosion, remnants of a sandstone seabed, uplifted, cracked by frost, and carved by water over hundreds of millions of years. Hallstatt's story is human adaptation to geology. Salt made a village thrive. Its layout answers the mountain. Cenotes arise from limestone karst. Acidic rain dissolves bedrock. Caves form, and ceilings fall to reveal the water table. To truly appreciate these places, we must learn the art of seeing. This requires more than just looking. It requires a kind of quiet attention. The cinematic journey is designed to encourage this. We use slow, deliberate pacing to give you time to absorb the view, to feel the atmosphere. The camera does not rush from one spectacle to the next. It lingers. Aerials establish immense scale and our own small place within it. It inspires awe. Then we move closer. A close-up reveals intricate details. Individual threads of a glowworm's snare, texture of lichen on an ancient stone pillar, ripple on the cenote's water. We cut between wide and close perspectives to keep the eye engaged. Grand design and intimate components. Slow motion, used sparingly, lets us savor a fleeting moment of perfection. Music and sound are the emotional heart. The score lowers when explaining facts and swells at moments of pure wonder. Environmental sounds ground us in place. Drip, wind, and lapping water. And small human moments add warmth, connecting grandeur to simple emotion. As our journey ends, we pull back for one last, wide aerial shot. From high above, the earth looks vast and powerful. The mountains spread out below like a magnificent living tapestry. The lakes and forests spread out like threads in that tapestry. We are reminded how interconnected and delicate it all is. The unreal places we visited are not separate from our world. They are a vital part of it, jewels of natural artistry, born from unique circumstances. Millions of years of slow, quiet work. They are real, and they are fragile. The wonder they inspire is not fleeting. It reminds us what is at stake. The glowing caves need darkness. The clear lakes need pure water. The ancient villages need respect for their traditions. These treasures are vulnerable to pollution, to overcrowding, to simple lack of care. Their survival depends on our choices and our willingness to protect them. To feel awe is a privilege. To act on that feeling is our shared responsibility. What will we choose to keep for the generations that follow? These places are a gift. They ask for reverence and careful stewardship. They ask us to look, to learn, and to leave them as we found them, alive. Let this journey be a quiet promise to the earth, a promise to cherish the unbelievable beauty it holds.